Okay. Good morning to one and all present here. Today's topic is amputation, upper and lower limb. First of all, what is amputation? Amputation is defined as a removal of a part or all of a limb or some other outgrowth of the
अरे
body.
आवाज बहुत कम आ रही है।
सही में आ रही है सही आ रही है। तो एम्प्यूटेशन मतलब कि कोई भी अगर कंजेनाइटल आउटग्रोथ भी हो रही है बॉडी की, जैसे कि पॉलीडेक्टाइलिस, किसी की 5 उंगलियां आ जाती हैं, या फिर कोई एक्वायर्ड डिजीज है, उनका रिमूवल एंड इट इज प्लान्ड, उसको बोलते हैं अपन एम्प्यूटेशन। इट इज अ प्रोसीजर वेयर अ पार्ट ऑफ अ लिम्ब इज रिमूव्ड थ्रू वन और मोर बोन्स. It should be distinguished from disarticulation. Disarticulation means we remove the part from the joint, whereas amputation is carried out for the long bones. Means we can cut from the middle, we can cut from extreme. This is the amputation. That is intentional surgical removal of a limb. It is performed to remove diseased tissue, to relieve pain, or due to any trauma. For example, diseased tissue means any tumor is there, diabetic, gangrene. So to minimize infection or to decrease the chances of spreading of infection, we perform amputation. Incidents, normally amputations are being performed at the age of 50 to 70 years, where the recovery rate is really low, because amputation is something the surgeon performs just the last treatment, means last option of treatment, that is amputation. If the disease is not being controlled by medications or any other thing, so the last option is go for amputation. That's it. Gender, male is 75, female is 25. And limbs, lower limb amputations are more common than upper limb, because if we perform upper limb amputation, we would be our activities of daily living will be affected more with upper limb amputation. Aims of amputation are return patient to maximum level of independent function, ablation of diseased tissue, and produce physiological end organ. Physiological end organ means the limb or the part that is produced after the removal, that is we known as stump. जो बच जाता है उसको बोलते हैं physiological end organ. And this is the physiotherapist's job to keep that part functional for the prosthetic fitting. If the patient goes for prosthetic fitting, that part should be physiologically functioning. Next is indications. In which conditions we perform amputation? It is traumatic condition, any crush injuries for limb, occupational crush injuries, road traffic accident. Because if there is an open fracture or crush injuries, the chances of infections are more, the chances of developing osteomyelitis is more, and the spreading of infection to the body is increased. So surgeon decides to remove that limb only to minimize this spread. Vascular conditions, arteriosclerosis in case of diabetes, gangrene, thromboangiitis obliterans, that is inflammation of the veins and arteries, formation of clots. So there is the increased probability of pulmonary embolism. So to minimize the chances, surgeon decide to amputate. Neoplastic conditions mean tumors. Infective conditions, leprosy, gas gangrene, elephantiasis. Congenital conditions, if limb is grossly deformed and it is useless. Say, for example, polydactyly. Types of amputation are open and closed. Open amputation is an emergency amputation. For example, a patient comes with a history of RTA, road traffic accident, and it is an emergency to remove that infected part. After taking all the necessary considerations that whether the limb can be saved or not, then we decide whether to amputate or not, and it is the removal of the infected part. It is called open because the wound is left open to provide drainage. After the sufficient drainage, the secondary closure is there, and plastic repair and revision of stump. Means stump is the organ that is a physiological end organ that is left after amputating or after the removal. Closed amputation, it is planned. It is more in diabetes that the surgeon plans to amputate the lower limb or upper limb, and wound is closed after removal of limb. How do we select the level of amputation, that at which level we have to remove So this is being selected on the basis of the disease, that what is the nature of disease, what is the extent, in case of trauma and in case of acute life threatening infections and malignancy, we should amputate as soon as possible. But in case of gangrene or in case of diabetes, where conservative management can also improve the condition, so we need to think about that whether amputation is needed or not. Anatomical principles: a joint must be saved as far as possible. This is really important because after amputation, if we remove the part from joint, patient would be dependent all of his life, because the movement would be lost and prosthetic fitting would be very difficult for the patient to carry out. Suitability for the efficient functioning of the artificial limb. Artificial limb means the prosthesis itself. This is a nomenclature for upper limb and nomenclature of amputation levels. From the shoulder, it is known as four-quarter amputation. Removal of part of scapula, whole of the clavicle, and all the upper limb is being removed in four-quarter. Second is shoulder disarticulation. Third is above elbow. Anywhere if I am amputating above elbow, it's known as above elbow amputation. Elbow disarticulation, below elbow amputation, wrist, metacarpophalangeal, and phalangeal. Same is for lower. In this hemipelvectomy, in this the complete hip amputation is known as hemipelvectomy. In this the part of ilium is being removed. Second, hip disarticulation, complete lower limb. Same as the upper limb, it is also above knee and below knee amputation. And for the ankle, there are some uh, names, that is Symes amputation. For the amputation just above the ankle, it is known as Symes. Ankle disarticulation, Chopard's disarticulation is tarsal amputation. Lisfranc is complete metatarsal amputation and transmetatarsal amputation. So this is the nomenclature. Next, what are the principles of amputation? First is skin flaps. The skin over the stump should be mobile and normally sensitive. Otherwise, if there is a scarring of the skin, so prosthetic fitting could be hindered. They should be cut distal to the level of bone. For example, if I am cutting the bone at certain level, I need muscles beyond or should be distal to the level of bone so that it should cover inferior aspect of the stump. Two processes are there: myoplasty. Myoplasty means the opposite group of muscles are sutured. That is, for example, if I am cutting the femur, so the hamstring and quadriceps are being sutured together, agonist and antagonist. That is the myoplasty. Myodesis means muscles are sutured to the end of the stump. That is, muscles are attached to the stump itself, to the bone, not together. Nerves, for the nerves, we should pull the nerve distally to the wound, and we will cut with a sharp knife so that it should retract just like a rubber band. It should retract proximally to the level of bone section. Otherwise, it would lead to formation of neuromass, and the patient would feel phantom limb sensations. And prosthetic fitting definitely would be hindered because patient would not be able to carry the weight over that area because of the free nerve endings and formation of neuromass. Because we are cutting the tissue. If I am cutting the tissue, there would be inflammatory reactions and all. For major blood vessels, they should be ligated and hemostasis should be secured. Bone level, bone prominences, that is, we are getting after cutting the bone, bone prominences should be resected. Sharp edges of cut bone should be made smooth. Otherwise, चुभने के chances ज़्यादा रहते हैं, skin को वो pierce करेगी. Drain, use for 48 hours post operatively because we are cutting. So inflammatory reaction would always be there. So we need to drain to decrease the edema. Stump and its management. Stump is a physiological end organ. A good stump, ideal stump should be neither be long or short. It should have good muscle power, non-adherent scar. It should have fleshy ends and no bony spurs, as we have seen in the principles of bone and muscles. How do we manage it? By dressing, soft dressing or rigid dressing, exercise, positioning, and elevation to reduce the edema, wrapping, and the lastly is prosthetic fitting and gait training. What are the complications of amputation? Hematoma, infection could be the cause. Skin flap necrosis, because we are what the skin flaps we are taking, it's the less chance for their viability. So deformities of the joint, because they are being in a position of disuse for a long time, so there are chances of developing adhesions. Neuroma, as I told you, there's the formation of neuromas at the end of the stump. And phantom sensation is a complication that patient complains after the amputation. Prosthesis and orthopedic practice. Prosthesis is a unit of rehabilitation medicine dealing with the replacement of a hole or a part of missing extremity with an artificial device. In case of prosthesis, prosthesis works as a replacement of the part that we have amputated. It works as a replacement. It could prosthesis can be of cosmetic and could be functional. The power is provided to the prosthesis by a force arising from movement of the residual or the other side of limb, that is both. There are many prostheses available nowadays. Next, what are the parts of prosthesis? Suspension, socket, prosthetic extension, and terminal device. As you can see, it is the above elbow prosthesis. Orthosis and orthopedic practice. Orthotics are just for the support. Prostheses are the replacement, but orthoses are for the support. That is cervical collar. It's just give the support. It is not a replacement of a body part. Thank you.